Hello, it's me, It's Lee, OhSoRetro again. Hopefully by now you're starting to recognise this beautiful face of mine. Thank you to everyone that watched last week's video of when we were down at Retro Rides at Goodwood. Love that show. So hopefully something we're going to do a bit more of. If you've got a car you think we should feature, if you're based down in Kent or will come to Kent, because me and Matt haven't got a lot of money so we can't afford to drive them down the country, but maybe if your car's cool enough or it fits in with what we do, let us know in the comments below. Today we're doing something slightly different. We are down in Ashford today and we're just meeting up with a guy called Chris who's going to show us his awesome slammed Audi 80. Here's some of it.
Wait, walk off.
Oh. Chris, thanks for coming down today.
No worries.
What have you brought with you?
My Audi 80,
Okay.
1984, 1.8 GL.
When you got the car, it was completely standard, wasn't it?
Yeah. I bought it from a retired guy. I'd seen it on Facebook Marketplace and decided I'd wanted an Audi 80. The idea was just to buy one and just chop the springs, just have something boxy and square from the 80s and just... But when I went and picked it up, I realised what good condition it was. Got chatting with the guy, become friends with him, and it went from there. Got it back and just realised it needed
a bit of love.
it needed to look cool.
Yeah, I say
the journey started.
As a standard car, they're coming of age. They're not the coolest looking thing in the world. They probably weren't designed to be the coolest looking thing in the world.
No.
But now, I mean, it's been through plenty of different guises, hasn't it? Over the last, how many years have you owned it?
3.5 years
wow.
now.
Is it really long?
Yeah, it is that long. Yeah, so the idea was just to lower it really. So then I realised that the front suspension on these is a complete pain in the arse.
Yep.
So I couldn't just go about and getting springs off of the shelves.
Yep.
So I took the struts off, sent them to Gaz.
Yep.
They converted them to coilovers.
Yep.
I put Polo rear coilovers on it and run around like that static for year and a half.
Yep.
Got some fairly nice shiny blingy BBS
I remember,
alloys.
I remember those, yeah.
But then realised that it was the stancy scene I wanted to be part of really.
You want to be a cool kid?
Yeah, well, yeah, nothing looks better than a slammed car, it just, and that was it. I decided I want to go down the route of air.
Yeah.
But it was always a budget thing, it was I haven't got money to chuck, it was always meant to be
not like some of
a
these
pocket.
builds you see.
No.
I mean, the other week we were at Retro Ride. Some of the cars you can tell have been put together in garages or on really, really small budgets, and some of them you literally have just opened their wallets and just poured it out.
Oh yeah, no. It was always meant to be pocket money thing, whatever I can do. So the air ride took me 6 months. All second-hand bits, second-hand compressor, tank, paddles.
Really cool.
Got my mate Sam to help me all the way. He was, Diamond helped me out with it. Yeah, and then got it finally slammed.
So now it is now sat on air ride, and as you were saying to me earlier, the front end is all custom.
Yes. So the gas struts, which I used for the first part of the air ride, still wouldn't take it low enough. Okay. So these are another set of struts I've had made. One of my friends through the Audi groups, he made them, and it now will basically lay on. He custom built these coilovers out from Mark 1 Golf, but brand new ones.
Yeah.
Then he welded them all together, lowered the steering arms. So yeah, it will now lay frame basically. Yes, a lot of work's gone into getting it done.
I just assumed it was based on a Volkswagen platform. I assumed it was a Passat or something like that. And me and Chris saying it may be a B2 Passat.
Yeah.
Kind of what they are. But then I went, actually, can you buy B2 Passat air ride?
You just there's nothing available. The front bags, they're universal bags. The rear bags are air struts from Poland.
Yeah.
For a Polo.
Yeah, so they're Polo 6N2 ones.
6N2 ones, yeah. They
seem to be pretty. They seem to use them quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
the Mark 1 Golfs. I think the rear is the same on a 6N as a Mark 1 Golf.
Yeah, they've got so much movement that the rear on this will really go down. Not as far as the front, but yeah, I'm happy with how it's finally got to the point now. It's sitting wise how I want it.
So you obviously now went from coilovers when you first lowered it to now air ride. what sets of wheels have you been through? You had some BBS, they were reps, weren't they?
Yeah, they were reps.
Then you had something else, didn't you?
I've had proper wheel haul.
Free spokes, I remember those.
The free spokes were what I was on last year, 17-inch free spokes. Got chatting to a guy in the Netherlands. They were brand new in boxes from the 90s. Wow. He sent them over. We've become really good friends since. They were Fiat fitments, so I had to use wobble bolts with them. So they were 4x98. Yeah, rock that look until loads of other people started having free spokes. So then decided this year I'll go smaller wheels, 15, so it will, basically sit on the floor.
So what are the wheels now?
These are early Zenders, so period correct. Got them from a guy in Lithuania, so everything's come. It's
suspension from Poland, wheels from Lithuania.
So they were refinished, but they came over. They were like a blaze yellow, like the old Peugeot colour gold.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Very, they were proper Marmite, and I just thought they're too leery for it, so I had the centres repainted. The bolts are all now painted the same colour as the car, the green.
They are split rims.
No, they're not splits.
Oh, they're not?
No. They're
okay. I thought they were split rims.
No. They're basically they're early Zenders, but the bolts actually unscrew, so they look like splits.
Okay,
but just period correct for the car.
They look smart. I really think they do suit the car now. I'd say you've gone through a few sets of wheels, as you said, and I think these are the best ones.
Yeah,
so
I'm
they
happy
really
with.
do suit the period, and they're quite unusual as well, aren't they?
Yeah. You don't see many of them. Do you know? A lot of the early Mark 1 Golfs, I've seen quite a few of them with Zender wheels and stuff. But I haven't seen. There's not many of this, to be fair, not many of this shape, Type 81 Audis around. There's a few of the sports around, a few of the guys I know in the Audi groups who we meet up with, but I only know one other guy with a Type 81 the same as this, and his is mental. He's got a full Recaro interior, it's got a turbo engine, and
crazy.
I never wanted to do that with this. It's on 53,000 miles and it's nearly 40 years old.
Still running original engine?
Yeah.
It's a stock 1800.
Stock 1800, 90 horsepower. Like I say, it will take me all around the country, and it's apart from the steering wheel and the gear knob, the interior is just mint, stock, green velour,
As you say, it's a lovely little old man owned it car, isn't it? It's done tiny amount of mileage, but I think that's great. I think
it.
And I think it suits the look really well, where it's such a stock looking car, and then I know it's overdone, air and wheels, but when it's done right, it's done right. I'm sorry.
That's it. Less is more. Less is more. I mean, there's little touches on it, like the rear quarter windows.
Yeah.
I had them made through a friend of ours, Aaron.
Aaron Preswell, that's his name. Yes, I haven't seen him for COVID.
So I came up with an idea for the rear quarter windows that I wanted these like a glass effect stripes, but with 80 on it. So he came up with these, and we made them, and then of course I get so many comments on Instagram. Where did you get them from? Can you give me the design? And I'm like, well, no, I don't want anyone else to have them.
They're mine. I like that. Little touches though that make it individual to you and set it apart. It's got a rear window louver.
It has,
that also suit the little rear quarter lights. Like they're vinyls, aren't they?
Yeah, they're vinyls.
Vinyls.
It's like an etched glass effect.
They look cool with the. They match in with the rear louver as well, which is that's a proper like retro addition to the vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah, that came from Russia.
Oh look! Add Russia into that mix as well. Are you allowed to say that nowadays? It's from Russia.
Oh well.
You have the protesters around here.
Yeah. It's a copy. It's a replica. It's a replica of an Autoplaz. Like I say, it's on a budget. I wasn't prepared to pay 600 quid for a Louvre. And if you look at that Louvre, the only thing missing of it is probably a little plastic badge that says Autoplaz.
Talking of budget, OhSoRetro, as we were talking about before this again, the show is always very much been everyone comes along in whatever they drive, as long as it's pre-1990-ish. But I also love the fact that we do get some crazy builds, but I also love the stuff that people, it's their pride and joys.
Yes.
And as you say, it hasn't been built on a bottomless pit of money. So what have you spent on it? Come on, this kind of, although you're allowed to say that for legal reasons.
No, I can. I don't know whether my missus will see this video, but
if you do, this is all make-believe.
I've probably spent 6 or 7 grand getting it to where it is.
Wow.
And that's
not really. And
it's like I say, the air ride and everything like that was all put together myself, second-hand, bits. And it's like the front bumper. This is this is a total custom. There's not another one like this.
Yeah, 'cause it would have had a
So
number plate
it would have had the big square, well, you know, the rectangle there.
It's cool,
So
'cause there's a lot more bits on this. You don't even think about it.
No, well, that's it. It's mine. I haven't,
very
you
subtle,
know.
yeah.
And I got that idea from, you know, the VW scene. Do you know what I mean? I'd seen a few people do smooth bumpers, and I thought that would look really trick. And I know a painter. Spoke to him, and he said, "Yeah, I can do that." And I was like, "Brilliant!" That's why I'd never roll with a number plate, you know, because it just looks really, different. The toe eye. I removed the tow hook and filled the tow eye.
Hadn't even spotted that.
Just so it's all smooth. Nobody tows a car, an old car anyway now. You know, they wouldn't dream of it if you broke down. So they're redundant tow eyes. So I thought I'd have it smoothed.
You know, it's just that. I should spot that really. Being a Volkswagen owner, I should be aware of tow eyes at all
the clear indicators, you know,
again,
really hard to find, you know, if you can find them. Just got chatting to someone on the internet one night. They're not a perfect fit, but it gives it a nice, I like the clear look.
Are they Audi indicators then?
Yeah, they are Audi indicators, but they're like some sort of replicas he's made, you know, like from a mould or something like that.
Is there that much of a following of him in Europe then? Is that... Obviously, there aren't a lot of them really over here, are there?
No. From my Instagram, there's tons of Audi owners. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, all in Europe. You can't see them now, but I've got the USDM running lights. That was another quirky little thing that looked good at shows coming in. You know.
Edition, though.
Yeah, of course. You know. That's it. That. So I've got no amazing boot build or anything like that. The tank's in the boot, the compressor's in the boot, and it does the job. You know.
Yeah, there's no crazy. You're not running any crazy air management. It's
no. Four-way manual.
Solenoid.
Yeah, four-way manual paddles. Yeah. None of it was new. It was all second-hand. You know, the dials and you know. I tried to make it look OEM. So there's like the clocks have got a green vinyl around them to match the green on the.
I love it. Little touches.
And the same with the paddles. It's just I wanted it to look like, you know, it doesn't stand out. Didn't want a funky management, you know, in the car or it's the same with the stereo and stuff like that, you know. Yes, I've got it's only AM and, you know, long wave or whatever it is.
But so you ruin it by adding the modern stuff because the interior is so original.
So I just take a speaker with me and my phone, and that's what I listen to in the car. I know there's some people doing some funky stuff with the original stereos. You can send them up, and you know.
Yeah, I've been looking to all that. Fitting Bluetooth modules.
I think I will probably go down that route just for the long drives. You know, I've said to you, I've got a couple of shows coming up. One in Manchester. It's a long old drive, and I don't want to really be doing it on a...
Manchester's a long old drive from where we are in the southeast.
Yeah. So
thanks, Chris, for coming along today.
No problem.
The first of hopefully a few of these little chats and interviews. Thank you very much for bringing down your Audi 80. I'm sure you'll see it at our show. If not, you'll see it at some other shows, definitely. But we will do our little bit we have to do for all the end of our videos. Make sure you like and subscribe, because apparently that's what you meant to say. Make sure you go onto Instagram and do at OhSoRetro events. You go on Facebook, OhSoRetro events. You go on TikTok. I think we're even on Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat. OhSoRetro events on Snapchat. Search me anyway and send me a random picture. That'll make my evenings a bit weirder than they already are. Thank you very, very much, guys, for watching our videos. We don't know what we're doing, do we, Matt? Definitely not. No, but make sure you go like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your mum, tell your dog, tell your sister-in-law. Your sister-in-law might like me, I doubt it. Thank you very much, guys. We will see you next time. Love you, bye.